Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James Day, joined by Matt Phillips. How's things, mate?
Good.
Good. There's been a bit of a trend on social media. We're kind of, I guess, probably jumping on this towards the tail end of it, or at least it seems like it's the tail end of it.
Oh, as I like it.
Just when something stops becoming cool, we'll start talking about 6-7 and all sorts of stupid bullshit.
No.
I hate
No.
it. I'm hearing it all the time as a teacher. I just want to, if I wouldn't lose my jobs, someone would get swatted for it. But anyway.
I'll get the whip out and smack him 6 or 7 times and see how much you like that.
I'll let you say that.
Or a paddling. I'll give him a
That's
paddling.
a paddling.
That's a paddling.
I'll let you say those things, the things that I definitely can't say and definitely won't do in my profession.
I can.
So, yeah, I guess on the topic of jumping on trends, a little bit late to the party, there's been this whole 10 games to get to know me thing that's been going on. I've seen it a lot on Twitter, but I've seen it pop up on the likes of Instagram and those sorts of things too. Where people are essentially, we're not going to be able to do this. It's a podcast format. Doesn't quite work for us. But people have been basically posting a selfie and then very basic, very, very basic.
Very shit. Horrible.
Paint, almost MS Paint style, just sticking 10 different covers of different games that I guess are significant to them. And so we thought we might, and in some cases that might be people just picking their 10 favourite games. In other cases it might be a bit of a mix of kind of touching on different genres or different aspects of their life or whatever the case is. I'm curious to kind of learn about the way you justified whatever it is you picked. But we're going to do that today. We'll each go through our 10 games that I guess if you're getting to know us as gamers, these are the 10. Matto, what was kind of the approach that you took to it?
My approach was, what could I think of? Like, because you get games that you just play and go, yeah, cool, and then just throw it away. And then there's other games that you've played, and you might have played 10, 15 years ago, and every now and then you do think about that game. And that's how I implied it, because I think all my games are nothing in the last 10 years. So I don't know if that's telling you what gaming's like, or it's just the fact that that's just how I remember.
Let me double check mine. 1, 2,
I mean, there's
3.
probably games I've played in the last 2 years that they could go on the list, but I've got to wait a little bit longer to see if I still remember them.
I guess 6 of my 10, if you just use the last 10 years, 6 of my 10 are outside of the last 10 years. And what are we? We're 2025, so there's another 2 actually that are... No, I forgot when one of those came out. Yeah, there's another one of those that's just like on the dot 10 years.
And there's probably a lot of other games there too, like I couldn't remember because I'm just looking through, when you said it this morning, I'm looking through all my physical copies of games to try and get an idea.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it going, oh yeah, that one. Then something else might click and go, oh, that one's better. But I reckon there's going to be games later on thinking, oh, why didn't I put that in there? Or
I did and and like, should I put Shane Warne Cricket 99 in just because of all? But like, no, that's probably pushing it too far.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, there was a moment, I guess I'm showing my hand a little bit here. I don't have any sports games in there, but I was thinking, like, do I need to, with all of the AFL stuff that I do these days and the amount of cricket, and like for years and years and years talking about Shane Warne Cricket 99 on different shows. It's like, do I need to wedge that or an AFL game or 2K of some sort, like whatever it happens to be in there, but I decided not to in the end.
FIFA 98.
Yeah, the seminal classic. So, do you want to kick things off with your 10? We won't bounce back and forth because I assume probably like myself, you don't have them like ranked somehow. There's just 10 different games.
Oh, I just wrote numbers down, but it's not. I think that like the top 3 would be ranked, but everything else is just floats around.
Yep.
So I'll start off with number 10, and I'll say this game. Oh man, I feel so old when I say this because I think it did come out almost 20 years ago. So it hurts a little to say it. That's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Mate, I just saw that, and I had no idea this was even a thing. But there was something in the news the other day. There was a San Andreas poster in Melbourne that's been there since the game came out.
Oh yeah,
and it just got taken down and painted over in like the last week.
Oh, was another one that had Halo? Oh no, that was a game shop. I think it was in America that had the Halo 2 or Halo 3.
Oh yeah, there's one of their game shops in the US. That, I think maybe it was even a Blockbuster potentially.
Something like that. I thought, wow, yeah, I think I remember that. I was like, oh yeah, Like that's been up for so long.
I
in
couldn't have
Dead
even
or
told you
Taken.
where it was. I had no idea it was even a thing. But then the news article popped up the other day that it's just been taken down or painted over or whatever, which was a bit
That's
disappointing.
Really disappointed. Yes, as a kid, I played that a lot, and people used to get angry of certain little things of that game when it first came out, like the hot coffee,
Off a coffee mod. Yep.
giant dildo you could go around swing. See, those were simpler days back then. That was the only thing people cared about. It's like, oh my god, is this scene? It's like, yeah, don't worry about the violence or anything, or gang activity, or trying to get on that damn train. Oh man, see, that's why I put it in there because of just that one thing. Every time I see a train, that's my first thought. It's like all you had to do was get on the damn train.
Oh, yeah. No, my GT. I mean, I've played GTA's, but I don't. My memories of GTA aren't like amazing because I'm just not as into it.
Yeah,
So
well, I think it was
I
the
know
first
the
game I
train
played.
reference, but like there's a lot that you could describe it. I'd be
Yeah,
like, sail a
I
mile
think
over my head.
I think it's one of those games where I played, and back in those days, you finish a game in 8 hours. That was pretty much done. I reckon I played that for about 100 hours just exploring,
Yeah,
just doing stupid stuff as you do as a kid and not think.
that's fair.
Simpler times.
Go on with your next one.
Next one,
Simpler times. Take
it's
us
not.
back though.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best in the franchise, but it's the one I remember the most because when I first played, I was like, "Wow, this is amazing." It's Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh, well, there we go. There's a game that's on both of our lists.
Yeah, like I said, I don't personally think it's the best Zelda.
No.
That's the most talked about Zelda for many reasons, because it did the transition from, well, I think,
2D
look
to
down
3D.
2D to 3D, and it worked. And this might shock people, really well,
Pretty perfect.
really well. Yeah, it was pretty good, and it was also one of those things too, like, these days, like you need like guidance to do everything. Back in that day, you didn't need guidance. You said, "Go here."
Yeah.
Cool. That's it. And fishing.
And fish.
Oh, fishing. Fishing was great.
That's one of the few things I've done so much in Ocarina of Time, but I never really bothered too much with the fishing. Should have. I know how good it is.
There's always a trick. You never did it when you were a kid. Do it as an adult. The fish is bigger. And trying to find the lure. Oh man.
Oh yeah, that perfect like that. I can't
Going
remember
around
its name, but
doing
like
that for
that
45
perfect
minutes trying to get that stupid lure. It's like, oh, how do you do it? Because back in those days, no internet. So I had to try and figure it out all by yourself. And also, there is also the theory of the water temple, which I never knew about. If you do it a certain way, you're not getting out. You're stuck.
Yeah, never had that issue as a kid either. But yeah, I was kind of aware of it. And then obviously by the time we got like Ocarina of Time 3D, or maybe even that GameCube version,
They fixed it.
they'd fixed it by then. But yeah, you could get locked in. My auntie still to this day talks about just kind of idle swimming in the thing.
How do we get out?
Years and years later, she's just still there
It's like,
idling.
why didn't I use that stupid crystal thing at the start? The teleportation. Not Din's Fire. I don't know what the other one was called because no one cared about it.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember. But like,
Yeah, no one remembers it because no one used it.
yeah, I'm here in the dungeon. I'm not going anywhere. So why bother? Good pick though. Well, that's one of my 10 as well. So
The next one, I couldn't pick one from a franchise, so I'll just say just the one. I think as a whole, Donkey Kong Country. I think a lot of my games are very either Nintendo based because that's what I grew up with. So we'll say no PlayStation games
yeah, okay.
on this because, like I said, I didn't get a PS3 till 2016. And if you figure that out, that's about 3 years after the PS3.
PS4 was already out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think as same thing, Donkey Kong, as a kid, all you used to do is just go back, finish it, see if you can do it faster. Because back in those days, that was always the thing. It's like, oh, it's only a 2.5 hour game. I'm going to see if I can do it in 2 hours. I'm not up to Jamie's speed because Jamie
No, we're not Jamie. Jamie's
does it
unreal.
in absolutely insane speeds. Like he's done this. Like I'm done in
Shout out to Jamie. He's probably
whatever
watching
his
or
time was. And I'm looking at it, going, I'm not even halfway through the game yet. He's just
listening. He's
going
already done.
vicious. Like,
He's already moving on
Jesus.
to the next one.
But I couldn't put one. Wasn't sure it was 2 or 3. I also find it funny. It's called Donkey Kong, and you only play Donkey Kong
In
once
only one of them.
in one of them, which is no one really cares because it's a fun, entertaining franchise.
That's all it's about.
That's all it's about. So you don't really care. And as a kid, you just like, oh, monkeys, bananas, crocodiles, Rambi,
Oh,
the only surviving
goat.
animal through all three, and squawks.
and now they're just mounted heads in.
In all
In
games.
Bonanza.
Oh, what are they? Oh no.
I think.
Oh dear. Rambi's
I think
awesome.
someone said that. I don't think I paid attention, but I think
I
someone
just said that last.
somewhere
I
along
said
the way.
that last week as a joke. In the previous games, like, oh, you're not getting used in Donkey Kong Country anymore.
Oh,
We'll just put you up on a
Jeez,
wall.
I completely bought into your joke.
No, because I saw Rambi and Donkey Kong Bonanza just roaming around. I was like, oh, Rambi. I just randomly found him after punching multiple
Oh, hang on, yeah,
holes
because
in the
they're
wall.
like in the racing and all those. Yeah, that layer. Shit. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
there.
My
Yeah,
bad.
so Donkey Kong Country, fun times. I should really go back. I usually do go back and play it as well because it's still fun.
Yeah, I went and did like there was the Let's Play series that we had on the Player 2 side a few years ago.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
I went through all of the SNES era Donkey Kong countries, and it was so good to go back. Would do it again.
What was it? What are we up to? Number 7. Now this one, no, I'm just gonna say it. Red Dead. I could put Red Dead 2, but I feel like Red Dead 2 is the better one. But I think Red Dead Redemption is the one I remember the most.
That's fair. Including probably for the bad parts like Mexico.
Mexico, bears.
Well, the bears are just they're just gonna kick your ass, but
But I think it's more like we say, the ending. That's how you end a game right there. And that's what I have to say. There's a lot of other things too. Ride your horse, just fighting random people to tie up, and then do whatever the hell you like with them, and then get people chasing you for some reason, thinking I didn't do anything. Even though it's funny, it's called Red Dead Redemption, and you're just doing criminal stuff.
yeah, there's no redemption going on until
No redemption.
maybe the end.
Well, that's what he's trying to do. Is redeem himself, and does work.
I jumped back into the remaster a couple of years back and was loving my time with it, but then had to move on for whatever content thing. But really want to go back, finish that, and then use that as the jumping pad to finally go and actually play Red Dead 2 properly, because I think we've spoken about it on the show. Like, I was having a great time. A few hours in, game glitched as I was crossing the tracks. A horse just got stuck on the train tracks. Train came through,
Oh,
turned that thing into
Oh.
glue, and it just kind of broke my heart a bit. So we'll go back. I'll go back. But
It is sad times. It is quite funny though. If with your horse, if you do, it is funny because if you actually do something serious, you can kill your horse. I did that. I fell off the edge of a cliff and my horse died because I had no medicine to revive it. I thought, oh no, devastation. I liked my horse too.
yeah, it was. I was still
Good
very early
times.
into the game, and it just kind of set me off. And I think Spider-Man was out at about. This was 2018. Spider-Man was about
Yeah, no,
that
Spider-Man
time.
would've
There
been
was
out.
Detroit that was about that time. We still had God of War earlier in the year. I was Monster Hunter.
Oh geez, yeah. Resident
so-
Evil 2 was another one.
That was 2019. But
Oh, 2019, right?
yeah, there was so much good stuff. And when I was a little bit heartbroken, I was like, I can't play this right now. I'm gonna go play something else. And then it just suddenly didn't come back. It just got away from me.
Oh,
So we'll sort it out one day.
Right, number 6. I was say, how many rare games have I got on here? Oh, just 2. Okay, never mind. I thought I would have had more. I could have thrown Conker's Bad Fur Day in, but I don't really remember it being a good game. It's just all
Lots
the
of
pop culture
shit jokes.
references and stupidity of it. So that's not my game though. It's Banjo-Kazooie, the better one.
Oh, now that's the one, like, probably number 11 on my list. I really ummed and ahed about Banjo-Kazooie.
It was either Kazooie or Tooie, but I went with the OG one because Kazooie's too much like. I would say Donkey Kong 64. Like Donkey Kong 64 is a bit too much like Banjo-Kazooie with the sort of the layout and all that.
Yeah, there's similarities, but then obviously DK64
Doesn't really
has
matter.
the like crazy amount of
Bananas,
bananas
Toys.
and collectibles and everything.
characters, bosses. That's us. Yeah.
All of it.
So, all of it. I just remember playing that as a kid. I thought this is the stupidest combination of characters ever. You got a bear with some shorts, a bird in a backpack, and a mole
Little
that
bottles.
teaches you a nearsighted mole teaches you techniques. He's this thing, this, but this is just downright stupid.
It's
And
rare
it's
on an
not a
acid trip.
fantastic game. And then people get upset because, like, oh, I wanted to be a washing machine. It was just giving you, taking a piss take out of, like, oh, no, that's for the next game. You're like, oh, this is not cool, man. I have to wait 2 years for this.
Yeah, all the conspiracies around what you can do in the like with
Oh, the key.
the key
No,
and
no,
all. Like,
no. Shark Food. Was it Shark Food Island or something? I can't remember what it was called.
yeah, I can't remember the different islands, but
Was this
and
one
like
island
jumping
in,
on the letters. If you spelt like there was a special code in there, if you
Oh,
did that, it was
yes.
going to get you through to like so many awesome conspiracies. And like
Yeah.
then obviously people with Game Shark and those sort of things actually crack these things open and allow people to do stuff. But
Just that
really awesome.
stupid key behind an ice wall. Like, I want that key, and you can't get that key.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't. Absolute devastation of it all. And we will never know because they're never going to make another good Banjo-Kazooie game.
Yeah, probably not. Our
Which is a
final
shame.
memory of Banjo will be Nuts and Bolts.
Or Smash Brothers, depending
all.
on
Oh
what
yeah,
you
that too.
played. That's all you're getting, which is a shame. Number 5 is, I think, it's a GameCube game.
Oh.
GameCube game gets a run. That's Metroid Prime.
Oh yeah, good pick.
Same again. A 2D platformer going into first person. You think, oh, is this a good idea? Yes, it is. It's a brilliant idea. Who would have thought going from a 2D platformer to a first person? I'll call it a first person platformer because it pretty much is. It's just like, it just tricks you into thinking, oh, yeah, it's first person. They're like, no, need rockets, can't go there.
Yeah, I was
Need
going to say
fire,
they kind of
need
make
plasma,
you think
can't
it's
go
still
there.
just a first person shooter, but it's not. It's still
It's not.
classic Metroid, just in 3D.
Oh, just remember playing that as a kid, just thinking this is the greatest thing ever. Then playing it back on the Switch a couple of years ago and just thinking, oh, this brings back memories. Good times. And same thing again. The internet was just starting up around then, and I wanted to get all the collectibles, the rockets, the energy tanks, and everything else. So I thought, I'll just go print it off. Didn't realize I print off about, I'd say,
500 pages later.
about 50 pages of just text trying to figure it all out. No pictures, no nothing. So you try to understand the description. It says it's here, got to go around this rock, this, that. Like, what? It
How
seems
good
so
was
easy.
it back in the day having the
I
old
was
game
looking at
facts
the back-
guides though and printing them
Well, look-
off and
Oh, I was looking at it now. If someone described that to me, I'd be absolutely confused. Going, what rock? Back there's like, yeah, sure, there's a rock. Bang, done, collected.
oh, you can't do it. Yeah, you can't do it today. It's just
Can't
too
do
much
it
shit.
now. It's just, oh man. I then did the 100% thing, and the helmet came off. You're like, ah, cool. Just makes no sense. Just, hey, here's your helmet. I just sort of thought back there, like, oh, she never needed a helmet after all. She could have just taken the suit off. But then I realized she probably couldn't jump, turn into a ball, which no one really asked. Saw questions about that. She's able to just turn into a ball,
Break
not
her
crush
back.
all those, break her back, bones, muscles, all organs. No, that's video games. You don't want to think about that stuff.
Don't ask. Yeah, don't look for reality.
Damn right, silly. Next game is, and this is where the franchise peaked for this one, but I still remember it to this day. It is Assassin's Creed 2. So 2 games
Oh, yeah,
in,
okay.
peaked. Just
I mean, there's still today, yeah, a good argument to say that it peaked there. I think there's others in the conversation like Black Flag,
Black Flag's
like
up there too,
Brotherhood.
but if you
Odyssey.
but if you took out the let's say if you took out, I'm just always that question, like if you took out the pirate ship in Black Flag, would you still think the same about it? I mean, story-wise, good, but oh no, is that the one with all that Abstergo crap? Yes, it is.
I mean, Abstergo's in all of them up to
I mean,
the
like
point
that
of Black Flag.
boring, yeah, but that boring first person walk around.
Oh yeah,
the
walking
boring
through the
office.
studio, yeah.
Sean's there serving coffee because Sean's just there.
We might get
The
a
guy I
sense
always
soon because
thought-
there's still all these reports about a remake.
Of 2 or Black
Of
Flag.
Black
I know
Flag.
Black Flag. Oh, that's good. Go around on my pirate ship again. I saw it back then. It was just we played one one that came out was like, oh, this is cool, just do the same thing over and over. Then two, they sort of just up the ante on everything. It's like, here's a story. This is what you do.
It's in, yeah,
Here's
it's
a
interesting.
mansion for you that has nothing in it except feathers. Here, just deposit some feathers in a box. Don't know what the reason for the feathers were, but hey, feathers.
I think to this day the feathers is the only thing. Like in terms of chasing the platinum for it, I think that's
Oh,
the only
good
thing I
luck.
haven't done.
Good luck with that. So many feathers.
I mean, that would be one where I'd be getting one of those guides out. Maybe watching a YouTube video that just shows here's where they all are, and I'll just follow it all the way through. I'll double check,
Oh,
but I'm
imagine
pretty
if it was
sure.
I'll laugh. It would be like the last feather you needed. It's just go through so many feathers. Just like, oh man.
Oh.
Feathers, flags, capes. Good capes. I love the good cape. It was just like so many assassinations in that one. It's like, I just remember going,
Oh no, I'm at
"Ooh."
90%. There's a few more trophies that I've got to do.
Oh, but just even the ending to that, I just think, oh wow, this is great. And then 3 came along. It was okay for the first 5 hours.
I think that game has been gradually aging better. I think with time, but yeah, it's not what 2 Brotherhood were as games that came before it. I'll give it that it's better than what was the third one in the Assassin's Creed 2 Revelations. It's better than Revelations, but worse
Not fair.
than Brotherhood and 2.
That's fair. That is fair. And now the locked in 3. So, next one is, oh man, good times with this one. Gears of War 2.
Holy shit! There's another one that doubles up for us.
It's just.
It's my only
man,
Xbox game.
Think of it. It's an Xbox game, but oh man, I still remember playing that and thought, wow, this is amazing. Just certain events that happen in that game, to the credits at the ending where you hear a little voice and you think, oh no way, they're alive.
Yeah,
Situation?
the way they told their story from that to Maria to, I won't go crazy with it because we've now got a whole bunch of PlayStation people that are finally starting to discover Gears in the last few months, and will continue to do so, I guess. But yeah, like the way they told their story is awesome. For me, one of the big I low key, and it's was one of the main reasons why I actually had the game on my list, was like I low key don't mind a bit of like gratuitous violence in my games from time to time. It's got to be done right. So Gears does it well. The modern Dooms do it well. There's a few other examples, but like don't mind it for that aspect.
I think in the second one
crunching.
too, they got the chainsaw combat right as well. Because in the first one, it was sort of a bit touch and go, like original
Yeah,
Gears of War. It was a bit touch and go. Then in the second one, oh man, I use that chainsaw a lot. It's like, oh, where is he? Come here. I'll chainsaw you. But still,
Run
the
straight
whole
through
revive me, still useless. But I don't care. But it's overall like the adventure.
cutting through that giant worm.
Ah, yeah.
Like the cinematic, and that's the cinematic elements of Gears 2. Absolutely love it.
And then also the situation with Carmine in 2 where I should have been devastated, but I just laughed because it was just, a Carmine. So I just couldn't help but laugh. Any other death in that game, I was devastated about. But Carmine, I can't help but laugh because it's just a running joke in most of the Gears of War games. It's just this poor Carmine guy,
getting
just
his head splattered.
splattered, eaten, shot, whatever. It is quite funny. I get a giggle out of it every time. I just hear the word Carbide. And number 2 is Mass Effect 2.
Oh yeah.
And do I need to say any more? I love all
No,
the characters in that game. Love all the characters in the game. Love that suicide mission.
Oh,
I remember doing it the first time round. One died. I thought, nah, not having a bar of that. Everyone's going to survive. I've never done it where everyone's died. I don't want to. I just can't bring myself to it. Because I like them all. I don't hate them.
no,
If
you got
there's
to do
a
everything you
character
can to
there-
keep them alive, and then make sure
There's
they
no-
all do the right parts of the mission so that no one dies. Like get very invested.
I say, if it was all the characters from Andromeda, sure, off you go. I'll let them die because, I hate to say it, they're boring. Let's have the characters from 3. No, the 3 are okay, but 2, just the story itself and the whole renegade thing to be a good or evil, the little quick time events you can do, oh, I remember one time, I don't know if it was 2 or 3, where I headbutted the reporter in the head and I felt bad, so I had to reload a checkpoint.
I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. I headbutted. No,
was
the
just one thing I got.
headbutting's in 1, but
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, either way, I just found it was funny, but I just felt devastated at the same time. I was like, oh, that's not very nice. She's just only asking some questions. That silly reporter that's everywhere. But yeah.
Oh no! Apparently the headbutt occurs in Gears. In Mass Effect 3. What did I went the wrong way.
Oh, it was 2 or 3 because I know because the little quick time button comes up in the corner, and it also came up. Mass Effect 2 had the
in the first 2 games. Shepard can punch her instead, but the headbutt is specific renegade option in the 3rd game.
Oh, I see. Why through? I don't know. Don't know. I don't want to ask. But it also, Mass Effect 2 also gave us one of the greatest quotes, by accident, I should say, which is, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is the greatest...
My favourite shop on the Citadel.
Yes. Which is, it's so simple, but everyone's just like all over. I was like, okay, cool. And then you start seeing memes and people just taking the piss out of it. I thought, oh, okay. I feel like there's better quotes or better things to happen, but hey, let's not worry about that.
I've still got the audio, and I need to work out where I've got it. But I've still got the audio from my... Come on, where is it? It must be stored on a hard drive somewhere. From my interview with the voice of Commander Shepard.
Oh yes.
Not long ago, where he did the clip for me for Dev Diary, like the intro. I'm like quickly digging around to see if I can find it now, just on a whim. But it's around somewhere. I've seen it somewhat recently.
And then finally, my number 1, which is, I think, the newest game on my list, 2015, 10 years old this year. It hurts to say that so much. But it's still a great game. That is The Witcher 3.
I'm glad that's your last one, because, yeah, we can cross over again. I've got that on my list as well.
Oh, man. I mean, everything about that game is... It's almost.
And you're right, and that was the one I was talking about with the 10 years too. Like, it's right on the boundary. Like, it's
right on 10 years. Yeah.
This year was 10 years. It's 10 years and a few months old.
I think it's man. It's not that story, how it all summed up. Because I played 2 to start off with. That's how I got into it. I saw 2 in EB Games one day. It was like $15. For some stupid reason, every time I look to buy a new game, I go by the cover. I didn't go by reviews back in the days, but like, oh, that's a good looking cover, I'll buy it. So when I bought The Witcher 2, knew absolutely nothing about it. Didn't know what this was, this, that, or whatever. I played it, I thought, it's actually really good. I enjoyed it. And then this was, I think, the trailer for The Witcher 3 came out before I purchased.
Before you purchased 2.
So I heard the words The Witcher 3, so I was like, oh, this is cool. I looked at it, went, whatever. Doesn't look that exciting. That was before I knew anything about it. But then played Witcher 2, enjoyed it, then got The Witcher 3. Oh man, it's just so much activity. All those, the story, and also I think it's, to this day, I think it really helped other games sort of, what do you say, improve their side quests.
Oh yeah, that's one of the most important things it's done.
Because I look back then, you look at the pointless side quests you see, it's like, oh hey, go kill this guy, or go do this, go do that. And then this one, it's just, there's an actual story to the side story, which is, some of them are, let's just say, better than the main story. Like, for instance, our favourite side quest, Frying Pan. There's also some other ones, a possessed baby. It's also an interesting one. The cursed town, or village, that's the village.
Yep.
Cursed village. That was
and
also
you went back
one.
And replayed it all, like...
Did all 3.
2 years ago?
I can't remember. 3 years ago, yes, because... Yeah, it was 3 years ago. Did all 3, then they said, oh, The Witcher 3
now remaster,
came out in, like, December. It was, like, mid-December, I thought, oh no. So I had to rush through that, which, to be honest, I did not like rushing through it. I hated every minute of rushing through it. I wanted to just sit there, play it, and enjoy it again, which I will do again. I've got to go back and go, right. I've got to go back and play this again and just do everything again.
I
And
just
add
can't
on to
wait
the
for
7 days.
the I can't wait for that remake of the first one to finally come out. I'm hoping
Oh
2026
yeah,
might be the year. I think it got announced. Oh, jeez, when maybe 2022 now.
2 years ago or something. Yeah, it was a while back.
And obviously they've announced the fourth one now, but I could see like the remake of the original coming out before four, just to kind of whet your appetite and get you really hyped up for it, and then go from there. So that's the hope for me anyway. But because that's the one that, like, being caught on PC and PC only, and even these days with the ability to do it, like, maybe I'm hoping to get myself like a ROG Ally or something like that fairly soon.
Yeah.
That might be my way to play it, but I don't know if I don't even know if it's compatible. But
It should be.
I don't
I
know.
was
If
playing it on my PC not long ago, so
did they have controller support for it on PC?
no, sort of the old. If you remember playing Knights of the Old Republic,
Yeah,
it sort of has that
well,
like
not on PC. Again,
quick
I
mo-
played it on Xbox, but
well, but it might because it had that sort of same motion where you sort of attack that one, like what would you say, enemy, and they just do the automatic attack.
oh yeah, okay.
That was the old days of Witcher. They got rid of it in 2, thank goodness. So it's the same as Dragon Age, or I don't know which Dragon Age you're talking about. Like 1 and 3, I think they did it in. No, they didn't do it 4.
I'm just
Or 2,
quickly
no.
googling now and look at it's the AI overview that's coming up. So I don't know how accurate it is, but it does say yes, the Witcher Enhanced Edition works on Steam Deck, which can extrapolate then to obviously your ROG allies and all those sorts of things as well. But it may require some setup and control configuration. Users reported success by installing a game that uses Steamworks to install the necessary. Yeah, okay. So there's a bit of tweaking involved, but that might be my way. Outside of just playing the remake when it comes out, yeah, probably the next 1 to 2 years, I would have thought.
That has been
Alright.
done.
That's you done. So yeah, that segues over to mine, where you've already ticked off 3 of the 10 with Ocarina of Time, Witcher 3, and Gears 2. To quickly give them each a little bit of lip service, you've nailed it on the head when it comes to The Witcher 3. Like that side questing. Like, I love myself an RPG, but for the most part they've been JRPGs, and that's like they're. I've always been a big fan of their storytelling. They don't spend as much time with side quests and those sort of things, whereas a lot of Western ones would. And then the quality of those was never amazing, so I was always a little bit. I mean, Mass Effect, you obviously referenced that as an example, is amazing in that respect. But I felt like The Witcher 3 just did it that little bit better, and so that pushed it ahead of Mass Effect in this case. But yeah, Witcher 3 was important because of how not only was the main story amazing, but it was all the extra stuff, from all the side quests to Gwent, which we didn't even discuss along the way there.
Oh yes.
And I love me a side mini game like a Gwent or Machine Break and all from Horizon, and all the different card games and those sort of things that pop up in Final Fantasies, etc. Like, there's so much good stuff out there, and so Witcher 3, oh holy shit, I still haven't spent more time on any game than The Witcher 3. So,
But it's also the detail as well with the monster overview as well. Because like the more you do it, the more detail in that little
Yes.
book of yours. Like, oh, what can you use against this? Like, it's like I've never put so much time and effort into like, right, I need this potion, this oil, this, and this. I'm thinking these bombs as well. I was like, oh man, I've never put so much effort into like killing an enemy in my life, and it makes it so much easier if you actually do all that. Like, there's been times where I take on those stupid giant spiders, and like I struggled. Then I just did the potion, the oils, this, that, whatever. 3 cuts done. See ya.
yeah,
So much easier.
pays to be prepared. Which, obviously, yeah, we've spoken about Ocarina, we've spoken about Gears 2, so I'm going to use that particular point that you've referenced there to then move on to Monster Hunter World, which is on my list.
Well, that was one of the things on my. It was a thought. I thought, is it up there with all the other ones? I was like, oh, not quite.
For me, it
All
is. And I also learned a lot from experiences like The Witcher 3 in terms of that preparation that you said, because that really helped with Monster Hunter breaking down that gap and kind of understanding some of those systems and wanting to actually persist with them, because I'd just been too stubborn and wouldn't play that way with anything before that. But Monster Hunter World, thanks to, in part, The Witcher 3 for also helping prepare me, absolutely ticked all those boxes for me. And then the game's just huge. The scale of these encounters is awesome. The multiplayer aspects, they balanced all of the difficulty stuff compared to a lot of the other games, which were just brutal and hate you and really, really, really made you grind. World is a bit more accessible in that regard, which they then continued with Rise and now Wilds. And then Iceborne coming in on top of it. I just adore everything about that game. So Monster Hunter World's on the list for me. And yeah, obviously you said that was really close. Anything you wanted to add about that one?
No, because it's really my first experience with a game where it's repetitive, but it's not the same every time you go out and take down a monster. It's like, yeah, you gotta, hack, slash, do whatever, but you don't know what it's gonna do. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just take this down. Like, oh, hang on, it's a bit different. Oh, it's evolved. Oh, it's blowing fire at me, and oh, it zapped me, flashed me. It's like, it's just like these unexpected elements come into it, like, oh, okay, this is a bit more than I thought. Like, oh, I've got to drink this potion quickly, or I need to get this out. Like, same again, like, have to put all this thought into it. Like, I need this armor, I need this blade, or sword, whatever your weapon of choice is, bow, whatever. And you just look at it and go, oh, this is absolute madness. Then you just look at yourself, look at the monster, and go, shit, that's a big monster. And then when a Rathalos comes in, you're like, I'm leaving now.
Yeah, let alone once you get some turf wars, and there's a few of them that all start piling in, it starts getting pretty intense. So that's Monster Hunter World, which I guess that'll be my 6th game now on the list, considering we've already done... Oh, sorry. My 7th game on the list, since we've already done 10, 9, and 8. So next up, where do I want to go with this? Because they're in no particular order. Look, let's lean into some platformers, because I've only got one on the whole list. And you referenced Banjo, and I said it was number 11. I was tossing up between Banjo and the one that I picked, which is Super Mario Galaxy.
I thought you were going to say Bubsy for a second.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, right there. To be fair, Bubsy had a lot to do with my childhood, so there's merit to it actually. But Galaxy, not necessarily because it's the one that I've played the most, but it's absolutely the best of the lot, and kind of covers off that whole platforming aspect. And that's where you're talking about all the Marios, whether they're 2D, 3D. You can toss in your Ratchet and Clanks, you can toss in your Astrobots and all those sorts of things. Like I love a good platformer, especially the 3D ones. Going back to even Yooka-Laylee recently has been really, really awesome. But Galaxy just does it better than the rest, as far as I'm concerned. The world design is amazing. The way they use the gravity elements, top shelf. The music, I'll be talking a lot more about, I think, music the whole way through here, but like the way they delivered in that regard, and then with so many other games on this list, like music, getting the right soundtrack behind the action is super, super important to me. So Galaxy there is my number 6 now on this list. Next one is a game that we both had as our game of the year a few years back. I've got Death's Door on the list.
Oh yeah. It was also on my list, but I thought, well, nah. As much as I do love the game, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't quite make it.
It was kind of like leaning into the absolute top tier indie side of things, but the combat feels amazing. And again, talking about the music, like when that track Avarice kicks off.
Yes.
When you actually enter Avarice and you've got to go through those like very lengthy encounters. I didn't even care that I was losing, because it just meant I got to listen to the song from scratch again, the way it builds up. But the game design is amazing. There's little sprinklings of things to do, but they don't. Going back to what we were talking about with The Witcher and side content, they don't have a huge amount of side content, but the stuff that is there is all excellent. They made sure that only the best was actually going to make the cut. They nailed all of that. Death's Door is just one of the best it's not quite isometric, but those top-down sort of action experiences. One of the best that I've ever played. And it came from a bunch of indies who I'm desperately hoping will have something to say nice and soon. It's almost been too long already.
Was it only by created by two people? Did I read
Uh,
that somewhere?
no, like it's the team. Like Acid Nerve is just the two guys, but they did bring in
A couple other
um
people.
they brought in a few extra people. But we'll see. I just desperately want to see what comes next. They did a game called Titan Souls before that, and that was almost, geez, it must have been like 7 years between Titan Souls and Death's Door. So there's a bit of me
But
that
how did
worries
I,
we could be waiting a long, long time before whatever comes next. But
so
give me
how
a
did I
sequel.
forget about Pothead? How,
Ah, yes,
how did I forget? When you said
iconic,
that, so I thought,
iconic
oh,
video game
Pothead. I
character.
thought, how did I forget? I thought, oh man, I forgot about Pothead.
We probably need to go back to our Mount Rushmore of video game characters and make sure the
Oh,
Pothead is one of the
Pothead's
four.
going on there for sure. Pothead is
Um,
up there. Best side character. Pothead. Companion. Pothead is number one.
He's a ripper. So yeah, that's my. I'm sorry, I just double checked. So Titan Souls was 2015. So it took 6 years. So we
Close.
should be starting to get close. And yeah, that was actually, I better double check because I might be getting my, just to put a bow on that part of the conversation. Yeah, it was July 2021. Sorry for Xbox, and then it was November 2021 for the PlayStation Switch versions. So they've had almost 4 years now. It's time. Time to reveal what comes next. Give me Death Door 2. Where do I want to go from here? I'll bundle the next two together because they're probably unsurprising to anyone for the most part. It's kind of that heavy PlayStation first party side of things, and we're talking about cinematic qualities. We're talking about music. We're talking about story, and all of those aspects are kind of covered through what we've seen from both God of War 2018, but also The Last of Us. Specifically the first in both of those. So yeah, got the 2018 God of War, and then the 2013 The Last of Us, the original. For as brilliant as Ragnarok and Last of Us Part 2 are, I feel like in both cases, I would pick, if I had to schoolyard pick, I would pick the originals of both. The stories, the way they introduced the characters, obviously in the case of God of War 2018, it was an established character in Kratos, but the way they kind of weave in...
Yeah, no, yes. But the question was it still the Ghost of Sparta, or is this another
Yeah,
variant of Kratos? And then when we got further and further into the game, and then he goes back to his house, punches the floor, the blades of chaos are in the ground. You're thinking, oh yeah, this is OG Kratos right here.
and yeah, it's just the way they kind of weaved just elements of what had come before, which was a totally different, and people will learn it because all the reporting is that there's this God of War 1 remake potentially in the offing. But like the way they just kind of gently weaved in the history of old school God of War into this, while also rebuilding the world entirely. Not like rebuilding the way the game works in an entirely new way. The fixed camera, the one shot camera, I should say. The combat feels amazing. The way they kind of made it semi open world, like you can go off the beaten path, go and explore. There's collectibles out there. There's side stuff to do. It's not too much. Again, going back to that Witcher sort of idea, it's not too much of it, but what they put in there is amazing. I just think they nailed it in the case of God of War at Santa Monica, and The Last of Us very much the same. And obviously, there's not really side stuff at all when it comes to The Last of Us. It's just the story, and it's just the way you play that game, and the experience between Joel and Ellie, and the big narrative beats that they hit along the way. They just executed it all perfectly. So, and again, I keep talking about music. The music of both games, some of the best the industry's ever seen. So I guess they're 3 and 4 on the list. Which then leaves me with my top two, which, again, probably unsurprising to most. They're JRPGs. Chrono Trigger is one of them. Just from that Super Nintendo era, it's the absolute best. Oh, well, I mean, there's still an argument, even though everyone probably knows what the other game is that I'm going to talk about. There's an argument to be made that Chrono Trigger is still the best JRPG of all time. The way its story works, kind of time hopping through different eras, the characters they introduce, the combat, the way they kind of introduce like the tech abilities where you can kind of have two characters crossing over and to attack together, works really well. That game was a pioneer in a million different ways. and I don't understand how it even works on the Super Nintendo, but it does, and it's amazing. And I just want Square Enix to do a HD 2D effort with that. They've done it with all these Dragon Quest games recently. They've been doing fucking Live Alive, which no one ever cared about in the first place. They do now, but no one ever cared about in the first place. Do it to Chrono Trigger, but I feel like that's kind of their break glass in case of emergency option. If things start to get a little bit dodgy for Square Enix at some point, they go, all right, here we go. We'll finally give you your Chrono Trigger remake. Fuckers, just do it now. And so that leaves number one, which, unsurprisingly to you and probably most people watching or listening, is Final Fantasy VII. No, Final Fantasy IX. Best storytelling of any game in the franchise. The timing, I think, for the most part, and I guess with the whole theme of this again is the games to know me, like the timing of this game releasing and the way it kind of honed in on like identity and in terms of like Vivi, the little black mage, and kind of the individuals and kind of them and where they fit in the world. It came out at that time that we would have been like 13 thereabouts, and it's the typical teenage thing of trying to work out who you are and all that sort of stuff. And that game just came along at the perfect time. It was hitting on all of those notes, let alone then all the typical Final Fantasy stuff that goes on top of it. You got the combat. You got this 60+ hour long adventure, depending on how you play it. 60+ hour long adventure, awesome characters, awesome villains, plenty of side stuff to go and explore, plenty of little mysteries. The summons are always amazing. Final Fantasy IX just ticks every box that I want from the Final Fantasy franchise, but then gave me a story that was deeply affecting on like a personal level. So that's my number. I mean, I didn't rank them, but Final Fantasy IX is perhaps unsurprisingly my number one. So that's kind of that. Were there any others for you that were kind of sitting on like a backup list that you didn't discuss, or anything you wanted to discuss about any of the games that I've mentioned there?
I reckon if Exhibition 33 came out 5-10 years ago, it would be on the list, but it's too soon to put on the list of 10 games.
That's fair.
So if I'm still thinking about it in 3 years' time, sure, it can go on the list. But until now,
Battle on the Beach, it's top stuff.
Just the Battle on the Beach, Mimes, that small kid, I forgot what his name was. Small little boom head thing. I forgot his name. I forgot its name.
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, are there any others a bit like a Clear Obscure, so an Expedition 33 that you could see potentially slipping in there somewhere in the future once they've had more time? Are there any other games in a similar sort of space?
Not really. I think like everything, like we said, it's just this big game. It's just like, it's done. I'll throw it away and never think about it again. I really am trying to think. Let me just have a look at my file.
I'll admit that, like right now, and I'm only halfway through the game. We'll talk more about it in the updates episode later in this month. But Dispatch right now is one of those games like, shit, this could be like right up there, an all-timer. By the time the whole thing comes out, they'd have to. I mean, they have to stick the landing still. But the first 4 out of the 8 episodes are incredible. So there or thereabouts. We'll see how it all shapes up. But other than that, like thinking about other games.
Oh, wait, no. Alan Wake 2, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That might be the only game that might get in the list. Or Control. Maybe. But definitely Alan Wake 2.
Just loves a bit of Remedy.
Or Sam Lake Dancing.
Or Sam
Lake Dancing Simulator.
The way, from what they did in the game to then the way they did it all at the Game Awards, like the way they've kind of made a big deal about that whole musical sequence. That, like the game, I think the actual game itself doesn't approach my top 10, but like the way they've done that is like one of my top 10, I guess, moments in games, I suppose.
I'd be the same. With moments, I would have put Rayman, was it Rayman Legends? The Black Betty
Rayman Legends. Oh,
the
Black Betty one. That's awesome. Maybe we have to do something like the top 10 levels in games or something in the future.
Or moments.
Or moments something in games. Yeah. We'll come back to that one sometime in the future. But any other thoughts at all?
No. I probably could have sat there for hours just looking through games. I could have put a Pokemon game in there. I could have also put a Mario game in there, but I couldn't figure out which one because I played so many. And like if I had children, I love them all. Then there was
it's hard
another.
to choose,
I could have also put Duck Hunt in there as well,
Oh,
or what's the other? Not Time Crisis. There's another game I'm trying to think of. Maybe even Crash Bandicoot I could have put in there as well. Or Shane Warne Cricket I could have put
Yes.
that in there too. Or like any of the old EA games back in the day, like NHL or FIFA. Because I played a lot of FIFA 98, and you just foul someone and run away from the ref. That was fun times.
I
Absolutely fun times.
think I
But
played
no,
a demo of it. And that was about it.
I mean, I could have just, yeah, like I said, could have sat there for hours just looking through game after game after game, and I would have had about, I reckon, 30 or 40 games to try and go through. I could have put GoldenEye in there. I could have put Perfect
Ooh.
Dark. Like I said, like you start thinking about it, you could have put a Mario Kart game in there. It's like if you, this is right now, like I could have put not a Metal Gear Solid game. Don't be silly. It makes it easy for Xbox because the last 10 years they haven't done a game.
They haven't
So
done anything.
That's pretty easy. So that's pretty easy
Ori.
done.
Ori would be a game that for me is kind of there or thereabouts. But yeah, I follow what you mean.
Yeah, so like I said, could have sat there for hours and just thought, oh, maybe I put this in, and just to go off the top of my head makes it so much easier because I'm going to go look through all my games now and just like, oh, I could have put that in.
We'll have to build like a top 50 or something at each at some point.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
do like we'll see what happens. Not now though, that's for sure.
No.
All right, let's wrap it up. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patch. We've got shorts and Let's Plays. Go check them all out. Visit the website, player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series Patch, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Kick in a few bucks. Lower tiers, early access. Higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there is the socials. Matto.
Phil.
Paul James Games myself. The website is player2au. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you later.